People, so let me start the session. Uh, okay, cool, Barry, Ahmad, everyone, thank you. We will start the session. So today's session is a refresh of ChatGPT. We have been doing a lot of sessions on ChatGPT in the last 2 years since it has come out in the market, and today we wanted to do a refresher. Some of the community members requested to do a refresher session. So I'm going to think that everyone is starting from the start, and we will, so some of you are joining for the first time, so we will just try to take it one step at a time. I will tell you all the things that are there as of yesterday, what all updates have happened in ChatGPT, because all of you know how ChatGPT is changing since the day we started using it. So many new features are coming, and I wanted to give you an update of as of yesterday. What are the latest updates and what are the things that you can use it for maximum benefit? Because all of us are using it, but the way you use it is very, very important. So this is what we are going to do. You can ping me, you can stop me if you have any specific questions, but I request everyone to be on mute. If you have anything, you can raise your hands, or you can, because people will join with their mics open. So that becomes a little bit an issue. So I will just mute the mics, put your questions on the chat, raise your hands if you have anything specific, and just put on the chat who all does who all have a plus version, the paid version, and who does not have a paid version, so I get an idea. So a few of you already have a paid version, some of you don't have, but I just want to get 10. There are 10 of you overall. Out of that, how many people of you can have it, so that we can get an idea as well. So all of us are using chat gpt. Anyone in this room is not using chat gpt actively? Can you please put on the chat if you're not using it actively, and why you should learn using it? Because there are 100 plus million active users worldwide who use it on a daily basis, right? It really helps boosting productivity, creativity, and learning. And now there's also a search option that is amazing, that you can also search, and there are a lot of use cases that are there. The most of the biggest use case is productivity. As a employee, as a individual, in whatever work that you are doing, you can use this as your assistant to work along, and we're going to see some examples as well as we go along, right? Okay. Now coming to, first of all, I just wanted to explain you what is ChatGPT in a very bird eye view, because this is not a technical session. I just want to make you understand, because ChatGPT is not a large language model. So some of the people have a conception that ChatGPT is a large language model. No, no, that's not the case. ChatGPT is a wrapper around large language models like GPT-4. We have GPT 3.5 Turbo, but the latest ones that are being used now is GPT-4 or GPT 4.5, but mostly still the default is 4 Turbo, because 4.5 is only used for specific use cases. It understands natural language inputs. So you as a human, the why ChatGPT has, people are talking about it since November 2022, because of the ability of it to recognize human languages and then response back. So if you anyone can put the full form of GPT in the chat, if you anyone can put the full form of GPT in the chat, it is then I can take it up from there. I will just get an understanding of if how uh, people know what is the full form of exactly what is a GPT. Anyone, if you know the full form of GPT? I know some of you are listening on computer. So generative pre-trained transformer, yes, that's correct. So at end of the day, the transformer was the breakthrough in this technology that understands the context. Like when you're asking a specific question, which particular word you should give a importance to, and we get the output accordingly. So I'll just quickly run you through this process of how it works. You don't need to go into too much details, but just simple breakthrough of this, how it works. There are 5 steps, because I don't want to go into too much technical definition. It becomes a 2-3 hours session, but there are 3 steps that happen when you ask a question. It can be any specific question. there is a tokenization that happens. That is the first step that happens, where the text is broken into tokens for the model to process. Then what happens? The text is converted into embeddings, that is numbers. And because, as we all know, machines don't understand text, they understand numbers, so it has to be converted into numerical vectors that represent meanings. Then we have a transformer, the one that you saw, the GPT that we are talking about. The main component is a transformer that uses attention to focus on the most relevant part of the input text. Like suppose you're asking a sentence, which is the main subject, which is the relative subject, and which is the verb, which is a noun. It understands that and it gives importance to that accordingly. Then the prediction happens. As we all know, ChatGPT works on prediction. It predicts the next best word on the prior context. So suppose if you give four texts, it is going to predict the five text. After that, the five text is again going to go to the input, and then the sixth text is going to get predicted. After all this output comes in, then there is a response generation where the model generates sentence by iteratively predicting and maintaining relevance and coherence. So these are the five basic steps that happen. Uh, I'm telling you this because when you use a tool, at least you should understand how it is working. And the one thing that all of you should understand, that end of the day, it is prediction. So more the information you give to the chat GPT, or more the information you give, the better the output you get, because this is the process of how it works. And coming to the one main thing that is in our control, we don't have control on how these models are getting built, how the transformers are working. The scientists and all have done a very good job, and they are still improving it as we speak. We need to focus on the input. How good input we give, accordingly we will get a better output. And today we are going to talk about the input. So how many of you have heard about this terminology called prompt engineering? I think only Syed is active. I think if you are not connected on your laptop, so you can just. So prompt engineering is the input. Yeah, you keep the chat going, so I know that you guys are active. So okay, so Shani has not heard about prompt engineering. So Shani, so the input that we have, right? The input, when we ask a specific question to Chat GPT, that is called prompt engineering. So this is there is a lot of definitions of this. Lot of people are using it as a new career. Many people are saying that if you become a prompt engineer, you will earn $100,000 per year and all those things. But just for us as a data scientist, as a researcher, prompt engineering is just an additional technique that before we used to do search. All of us used to do Google search. We used to do strings. We used to give a proper text strings and make sure that the search is happening properly. And we ask the right questions to Google or these research tools. Similarly, prompt engineering is there. There are two sides of prompt engineering. I don't want to get into that. One is the developer side. While you're writing the code, you do prompt templates and everything. The second side of prompt engineering is the user side. So can any one of you tell, when you give these two prompts, out of these two prompts, which one will do better? When you're giving this to any AI tool like ChatGPT, Gemini, Google, which of these two prompts will do better? Yes. So most of you are agreeing that the second one will give it better. Why? Because you are giving more context. You are giving more uh, details to it. And this one thing that I forgot to tell, that uh, this tokenization, these words that are there, the embeddings and everything, they just think about it as a huge data plane where there is lot of information scattered around. And more the specific you give the information, like you're giving like specific information, the vectors are going to go to a specific location, and it is going to pick up more relevant information. So all of you agree that the second one is going to give us better output because of the more the information that we are giving, right? It is this is better the information you give. Here, as you can see, we giving the type of the poem, we are giving what to focus on, and in the style of an famous American poet. So accordingly, it is going to give you a better output that is there. Okay. Then now every one of you have to remember, when you are giving a prompt to these AI tools, I have made it simple. I call it 4 T's. So I have made it very easy for everyone to remember, because I do these type of sessions for even for eighth grader up to professionals of 40 to 50 years. So this is the way I just make them remember the four T's. So they always have this in their mind whenever they are giving a prompt. Starting from, just keep this in your mind. You should start with, first one should be the trait. The trait means the role. Who are you? Every one of you in this room are a different persona, are a different profession, and according to that, the if you tell the AI tool this, that you are this particular persona, it is going to give you accordingly. It is going to give you response. So this is, if you do these things, if you follow these guidelines, the way your output comes is going to be very, very different from the general outputs that are there. The second T is the task, that you have to be very elaborate about the task that you are giving. More the elaborate you are, more the better it is. Like writing a LinkedIn post, right, doing a particular research or doing a particular article. So you have to write that, then you have to give the number of words, whatever it is, more the details, better it is. Then the tone. So there are more than 15 plus tones that these AI tools recognize, and I will show you some of them. Tones and writing styles. So this is the way ChatGPT does it, because it has lot of ways, and you can also train it to understand your writing style and your tone from giving your past inputs that are there. And then we have the target. This is very important. Whom is this, the output that you are sharing, is it for whom? Is it for a beginner level? Is it for a C-suite business leaders? Is it for technical writers? So this is very important, because the output has to be tailored to that particular target. So these are the four T's, if you remember: trait, task, tone, and target. And this is something that all of you should remember. I have given one more slide here that gives you all the example of whatever I told in a brief summary. So if you, all of you, if you want to take a screenshot, photo, you can do that as well and keep it. So the role, like whatever it is, the task, like you want to do a article, email, blog post, script. Tone is something like formal, friendly, professional, conversational, and target, whom you want to share it across. So these are the four things that you always need to remember, and whenever you are prompting. Now coming to this, right? Like this is a real life example, because as a academy, I do write lot of articles. I do a lot of articles. So a beginner, generally a beginner, if you are using ChatGPT or any AI tool, you will go to these tools and you will write me an article on importance of attention span for professionals. You'll just give a one liner. All of you can try this. 10 of you, all of you will get a very random, very general output. But the way I do it, this is a real life example. When I'm doing my articles, so I write a huge prompt like this, right? A huge prompt like this, where I tell about that my background, about a data scientist, that I'm an SEO writer, give all the details about a good SEO. So all this information is coming from Google, from these SEO search engines, how to rank higher, to have a good SEO ranking. So they have taken all these inputs. I have written my traits. If you see this is my trait. Why I am telling myself an SEO writer? Because I want to also write my article in a way that, if every one of you, anyone does not know what is an SEO, if then I can talk more about SEO. Does everyone know what is an SEO? Is a search engine optimization. So any article that we write, we need to make sure that it has to be searchable on LinkedIn, right? Yes. So it is a very basic concept. I'm just giving you an example. Like uh, if you write something on Google, on your article, on your blog, how many of you write blogs here? How many of you write blogs, websites? Can you please put on the chat? So whenever you do that, even for your company, even for your personal thing, if you want to write something that has to be discovered by Google, you need to think about SEO, and you need to write a very good prompt like this. So if you see, I have defined what is a trait. Then second, I'm defining the task in details. So I have done a research, right? I have done, this is my research that I have done, how to, what are the features of a good SEO post that comes into the picture. It should have a heading, it should have a good keywords, it should have good, uh, the density of keywords should be high, the meta phrase description should be good. All those things, I have done that. according to your task, you also need to do the research. Then I have given the tone. If you can see, I've given the tone, I've given the writing style, conversational style, and I'm given a tone. It should be a formal tone because I am addressing more to students, people who are learning. And then the target. The target is the students, the one that is here. The target is the engage the students. So people who are students who are, so it should not be in a very too professional setup so that they get bored, little bit engaging and conversational style. So these are the four T's that I have put in. I have given all the details here. After giving all the details, then I write here, write me an article on this importance of attention span for professionals. And then I get a very good output that can be really, it's very, very different. And I have also tested this. The SEO for this article was 5-star rating. So it was very good. So, and this is something that all of you can try to take along and practice along this. So these are the four T's. Now, every one of you will tell that I don't want to spend so much time in writing about my trait, about my tone, and about my target, because most of you are using this for a professional setup. So every time you are using this, you don't want to write every time I am a data scientist, I am a data scientist, or I am a engineer, whatever it is, right? So for this particular thing, to make it easy, uh, ChatGPT has come out with a feature called as I will talk about that feature. It is custom instructions. So I will talk about that feature, but before that feature, there are I wanted to talk about two more things before I go to that custom instructions. The type of tones. How many types of tones are there? There are approximately 20 types of tones that are available. So I also learned about these type of tones when I was started doing my research 2 years back. And there are many types of tones that you can accordingly use. And if you are not sure of your tone, you can give ChatGPT around 5 or 6 text of yours, and it is going to understand your tone accordingly, and it is going to give you. But mostly I use conversational and formal, that is there. Similarly, for writing styles, there are 20 writing styles. Plus, you can also train it to understand your writing style. Most of the time, I'm using conversational style, but it is not a rule for every one of you. It is going to be different. So you need to test it out and play around which one is working for you. Now talking about prompt engineering techniques, right? We talked about few prompt engineering styles, but now techniques is something I want to tell you. These are mostly for even for high end prompting. But just to keep it simple, these are just for you to know, there are mainly few shots, zero shots, and then we have chain of thought reasoning and prompt tuning. So these are advanced prompt techniques that when you are doing some research, when you want to play around and you want to talk more to these tools. So these things you should know. How many of you have heard about these new models, O3, DeepSeek R1, all these models, the new models that are coming up, they are using by default, they are using this method of prompting, chain of thought reasoning. Uh, so you don't need to do much. Whenever you ask a question, they by default they start doing this chain of thought reasoning. But if you want to do this particular type of thing with normal GPTs, you need to also know the techniques, or at least know how to prompt or change the models that are there. So this is a quick example of the different types of main types of prompt techniques that are there. This may be not relevant for you, all of you right now so much, but just an example. When you talk about zero shots, you don't give any example. One shot, you give one example. Few shots, you give at least 2 or 3 examples. So it means that when you are doing something very professional, you should always try to think about few shots wherein you give some more examples. More the examples you give, better the output it happens. But this is for if you're doing something very, very professional and you want to do something very, very unique. Right. And now the word that I was telling you about, custom instruction, right? If you don't want to do these things manually, like you don't want to almost tell about traits, your tone, then there is something that you need to put in your mind is custom instruction. So how many of you have set up your custom instructions in ChatGPT as of now? So I got three chats. Anfal has not set it. I have when working on different projects. Okay, so no, I have not set it. So okay, so four of you, Shani, I'm sure you also have not set it, setting it up now. Okay, so at least today's session, people who have not set it up will at least set it up today. So this is very, very important custom instruction. So if you go to your profiles, and today I will request all of you to be ready with, if you are on your mobile, please join on your computer and do this task with me because uh, fifth, so in this group, these people, all of you are only two of you have set it up, right? So 20% of the people have set it up, and this happens in most of the workshops that I do. 20 to 30% of the people have actually done it because no one is aware about this. So at least one takeaway from this session that you are spending with me 1 hour on a Sunday should be that you should all set up your custom chat GPT. At one learning from this whole session, because in my sessions, I always have an outcome. I just don't talk. I just want you guys to do something, take something, take some benefit out of the sessions. Right. So go to your this thing, open your chat GPT, open customize GPT. So this is going to be a 5 to 10 minutes exercise. And if people are connected on your mobile, please try to do it later, or connect with the system and do it. Or you can do it with your mobile as well. Mobile will not give you that flexibility to type, but you can do that on your mobile as well. If you go to chat GPT application, you can click your name, and there is an option of uh, personalization. Once you click personalization, you will get custom GPT. So this is the step that you need to do. Once you do this, you will get something like this. So you will get this custom GPT, you'll get something like this. What should GPT call you? You need to put your name. What do you do? What traits should ChatGPT have? So it basically the response format, like what traits should the ChatGPT have? Like this is not your trait, but the ChatGPT trait, the response, the how do you want it to give a response? So I have written here, please provide a response in a clear, structured manner with important point summary at the beginning. Tone, maintain a professional tone that balances friendly and formality. Detail level, appreciate thorough yet succinct explanation. So these are something that you want to do. And after that, you need to mention anything else ChatGPT knows about you, anything else that ChatGPT should know about you. So if you go to your ChatGPT here, so you can see this customize ChatGPT, then you will get this particular option. So uh, try to fill it up. What anything else ChatGPT knows about you, so you can tell more about if you want to write more details. So I have written more and more, little bit more details about myself. You can do that. So this is one exercise that I want you to do. What you need to do in this is you need to just mention about yourself. And as Misty was telling, she for a different project, she does a different thing for a different project, like what project she's working. So what generally I do, so I have one more account that I have for ChatGPT, which has a digital marketing persona. So one persona is my data scientist persona that all of you know about, that I'm a data scientist who does all this research. But we all know that to run a business, because I'm also running a business and I'm running this academy and community, more than what there is more than business, it is how you are marketing it. So I have one more persona called a digital marketing persona. If you see, this persona is for when how I can attract more people to be part of our community, to be part of our academy. So this is, I changed the setting according what I did before. I have one more account where I use it when I'm doing that hat, and my also my team is using that account. So and I also use that account, but for most of my work, like, because as I told you, you need to select one persona that you are doing 80% of the time. So 80% of the time I am wearing this persona. So this is me. But the other 80% of the other 20%, where I am wearing the hat of a digital marketer who is looking for leads, This I have another account which my team also uses and I also use when I'm doing that. It can be around 4 to 5 hours a week when I'm creating campaigns or when I'm planning some outreach. So that time I do it. So this is very important that all of you should have in mind. Okay. Yes, it should be different email. Yes. So there is, yeah. So Misty is talking. So I'll just give you now first 5 minutes to set you take one main persona that you have and start working on it. I will be giving you 5 minutes. And till then, if any questions in the chat, please keep your questions in the chat that you have, and we will be taking it further. So, yeah, the counter is running. So everyone, at least do a basic custom instruction that is there. So Misty is asking, you can create projects. Yes, you can do that as well. But I have seen that if you the your role is like specifically like a data scientist or a tech person, and you are asking, it really it mixes up two things together. ChatGPT has all your history, all your memory. If you are asking a lot of technical questions like LLM, probability, and everything, and in that you're also talking about marketing, it all mixes it up. So a different account that is only focused on marketing, sales, outreach, clickbait things, keep that separate, role separate, memory separate, everything separate. That tends to be better. Projects also do well, but still there is the quality reduces. So this is what we have seen, and that is what we also suggest in corporates, right? Your marketing team should have a different account with a different email address. Right now, there is with a one email address, you can only have one account, and they do that marketing stuff, they do the sales stuff. One account that is focused on, like for me, research, developing content, developing course, doing specific projects, that I keep it typical, which is only focusing on Python or large language model or AI that is there. So please keep putting on the chat people who have done, who are doing it, who at least have put few one or two lines. Barry, have you done custom instructions? Samir, Shakir, Anfal, Ahmed, just do it. Yeah. At least put something. Maybe after this call, you can put more information. But at least for today, for start, you can just put a little bit about yourself. That what is your role? Uh, there are some points as well in the custom instruction. If you can see here, wherein you can they give you an idea. So if you want something like this, you can do like use an encouraging tone. You can get ideas from here as well. Forward thinking. These are some things that you can also do from in this. What traits should ChatGPT have? This is something that you have to put yourself, and here you can fill it the details. Advanced by default, you can keep everything on. Because this feature, they are using all these features. I think uh, I'm not sure if for you, some of you, it may be clicked or not, but for me, I have enabled everything. Web search, DALI, code, canvas, and advanced. Just make sure that this is also selected. And make sure that enable for new chats. So this should be on. Mostly it is going to be on for all of you. This means that every time you are asking a question to ChatGPT, all this information that you have put here is going to go to the ChatGPT server, and then you are going to get a response back. So if every time you ask a question, like if I ask a question that write me a blog on LLMs, it is going to have all my persona. Now, suppose I have a persona of a marketing person and I ask the question, what is a LLM? The type of output is going to be very vague. It's not going to be too properly described. So that is something that all of us should know and understand that what is your main primary work. try to put that here. And for me right now, there are two hats, right, that I'm wearing mainly. But in the future, if there are more hats, I will change. But I think mostly for a startup, these are the two traits that are there. But as I will talk more about projects later on, but for now, this much is fine. Let me see how much time is left. We have 18 seconds, 17, 16. Just put on the chat, yes. I'm waiting for Anfal. Ahmad. Ahmad is done. Thank you. Misty is already done from before. Syed is done. Okay. This is done. So let me stop this. Now let us go to. Okay. At least basic is done. Then you can take your time after this and do more about this. So the one thing that I'm very happy that now at least 10 of you have it. Next time when you do it, you at least you have something. Now you will see the response that you when you ask a question, the response that you get is going to be much better. Right. So now this concept about memory, I was telling you, right, what ChatGPT knows about you is very important. So this is called as a there is a feature called as a memory. How many of you are aware about this memory feature in ChatGPT? So this is something very important, right? Like so yes, so Ahmad is saying no. So memory feature is very good thing. Like in ChatGPT, if you go you every time you are prompting, you other than the custom instruction, you want ChatGPT to remember something about you. Like if you're designing something, if you are doing a specific stuff, you want ChatGPT to remember something about you. So for that case, what you do is, uh, I will show you also how to do this as well. But if you go back to settings and you go to there is where is this personal memory? If you go to memory, manage memories. So these are total. When I have been using ChatGPT, if there is something very important, then I add it to the memory. So how I add it to the memory, I will show you that. So these are some things that are very important. Some of them may be old, so I keep refreshing it. Whenever I do a talk in the community, and when I'm asking ChatGPT to create an event template or a description, I am the speaker because most of the time I am the speaker. If I am creating it, I am the speaker, right? Because every time ChatGPT creates a description, they don't put the speaker's name. They expect me to input the speaker's name. But I have put in the memory to ChatGPT that the speaker for specific career talk that we do on AI, generative AI in our programs is Muhammad Arshad. That is me. So whenever I generate something, it automatically pops up the speaker with my name. This is just one example that I'm giving you, like something about me, like I'm the member of Harvard Business Review. I'm a member of this. I'm a freelancer here. So I have put this in the memory. So this is something that it remembers. If it is the type of when I ask anything specific, it will also remember this and give me that type of output. How to add this? So this is I have been doing this. I have been adding it this for the last 6 months, 7 months, and this is too much memory. Like sometimes it duplicates, so I just keep cleaning it as well. So like because this is already two times, so I just delete it. These are some of my numbers, so I keep those numbers. So how to do this? So this memory thing is like if and one more thing, one more memory that I will very important. Whenever I write a LinkedIn post, I have a hashtag that is by default my company name, at decoding data science. So this is something that I have told whenever you generate a, a LinkedIn post, make sure that include decoding data science and DDS in all your social media posts. I don't need to always remind it that if you're generating a post, whatever it is, any hashtag you take, but always include decoding data science because I want this hashtag to be there on social media. So this is one stuff that I am doing. And also, if you see, whenever I write a post, if you see right now any LinkedIn post or any social media post, if you ask ChatGPT to write it, it always comes with the emojis. So if anyone is using an emoji right now on social media, you 100% know that he is using uh, AI tools. So I prefer not to use any emojis because overuse of emojis are very unprofessional. So I make sure that I have told ChatGPT to remember this, that whatever you put, never put emojis. Try to avoid emojis like this rocket emoji, because if you see, social media is bombarded by these type of AI generated content which is useless. So you have to make something, you have to always have a, I will not say it should be 100% AI, it should be a mix of AI and your personal touch. So these are some things that are there. So how you want it to you want it to remember, right? I have to go over this again. Yes, yeah, sure. The recording is going to be there, Barry. You can have a look at this. So uh, please, so anything you want me to remember, please remember. Okay, please remember. I think this is already there. I am from. I'm not. I am living. I am Indian living in Dubai. So please remember, I am Indian living in Dubai. So I asked this. Please remember. I'm just asking you to remember. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just asking to this. So when I click this, what happens? You can see something is happening here. Can you see this? Memory updated. Can you see this? Memory is updated. I just need to write, please remember. I'm just giving you an example. Then again, when I go to manage memories, it comes here. Is an Indian living in Dubai. So this is, I can write this in custom instructions also, but I'm just showing you. If you can, it can be any project, it can be anything specific, you can do that as well. So just you have to mention, please remember. So when you write this word remember, then this memory gets updated, and you can, this is very easy way to do it. There are more better ways to do this, but this is one easy way for ChatGPT to tell more about your information. And if you're doing as Misty mentioned, if you're more advanced usage, start using projects like the way I have done here, and I will show you this as well. If I get time, maybe I cannot complete the whole chat GPT in 50 minutes of time, but at least I will cover the most important topics that are there. So memories, are there any questions in memories? So try to add one or two memories about yourself. Try to go to this settings. Just I want to confirm everyone has done at least one step. Just tell, please remember, tell your nationality and where you're living, and just put a thumbs up in the chat whether your memory is updated. So Shani has done it, Barry has done it, very good. Yeah, you can do it, it'll just take couple of seconds. So at least your one memory is updated. So yeah, we will come to that. I will talk about the paid and all. So the second thing is settings. This yesterday in our AI Guild session, remember Anfal, not AI Guild, AI for executive sessions. We were talking about this in Anfal, if you remember. So just for your background, guys, we run two programs. One is AI residency, which is technical, where we go into details, Python coding and everything. And second is AI for executives, where we talk about basic AI and generative AI knowledge for executives who are working in the executive or this management level, just to understand these concepts. So we were talking about data privacy, right? By default, most of these tools, they are using our data for improving their models. By default, that is selected. So I request all of you, because you are part of the community, you guys are knowledgeable, and this is my preference, and I request you also to do it, because you don't want your data to get to be used, your personal data, whatever you're telling, to be trained for the AI to models to become better. So what you can do is, once you go to this setting data privacy, you can go to there is a section called model improvement, and you can unselect this. By default, it is selected for everyone on. So by default, whatever you're typing, it is getting sent, it is getting used to make chat GPT better. And your privacy and all, maybe I'm not sure if you are okay with that. So allow your content to be used to train our models, which makes ChatGPT better. So you can go and default, even LinkedIn, all the big platforms have that. So please, this is your personal choice, but I recommend all of you, because you are in this session, you guys are knowledgeable, you can off it. So by default, it is going to be on. All of you, please off it. Uh, and if you don't want to do it, but because by if any company is using your data, they should ask your permission. And I don't believe that by default it should be on. But ChatGPT is smart. Every tech company is smart, because if they are giving anything free for you, they make sure that they are using it. So ChatGPT is free to us. Why? Because they are using all our data to train and make it better, and then sell their services like the Pro and the Plus version. So I personally request all of you to, who are part of the session, you guys are informed, you guys know about this, and if you have any specific questions about it, you can also ask me one on one. But this is my preference that I tell everyone to do it, and you can also do it. Now, regarding Ahmed's question about different plans, right? So most of some of you are in the free, some of you are in the plus. So there is a $0 plan which has limited access. I think up to 3 to 5 chats that are there. Okay, I'll show one more time. So here you go here, settings, data control, improve model for everyone, and then done. Just put on the chat if it is done, then I will move to the next. Okay. Yeah. So mostly, yeah. So free, everyone is able to use lot of things, but there is limited access. If you can see everything, there is limited access. And Mr. Ahmad, you were asking, right? Projects can only be used in Plus. So you have, if you want to use projects, you have to use Plus. So free, these are the things that are there. In Plus, you have extended limits on messaging, file uploads. Then you have voice mode, you have deep research access, you have access to research preview of 4.5, you have project task and custom GPTs. And I will talk a little bit about this. Limited access to Sora video generation and opportunities to test new features. So I have been using since the day Plus has been launched. I think more than 1.5 years I have been using Plus uh, religiously. So I have always used it. There are many free options, but this is something we all know. They are the pioneers in AI tools. They come up with new features every time. So I have been, and I recommend people who are using ChatGPT for more than half an hour a day for whatever they do, take this. And projects are and tasks are very, very good. I will show you that as well. Pro is something that I don't think very expensive, but it is just one extra thing that is there, that you have access to Oven Pro model, and you have extended access to the deep research. But 80% of the work for most of the people will get Plus there. But I knew few community members who are using Pro, the $200 version as well, because they are doing very extensive work in this. So it's up to you. If you have the budget, if you have the projects that you want to pay $200 a month, it's fine. But $20 is worth it, which will give you access to a lot of things. Now we have one latest feature that has come a few weeks back, ChatGPT search extension. So this is a new feature that if you are using ChatGPT regularly, there is then option here that you can go to the tool here, and then you can see get ChatGPT search extension. Before you get this, I just want to tell you what it does. This tool, if you download this tool by default, ChatGPT search extension, what it does is if you ask a question here, like to become how to become AI engineer. So you generally when you put this on a Google Chrome, what do you get? You get a Google search result, right? But now when I put anything in the search bar, ChatGPT is going to open by default. So this is, and then you are going to get, like when you ask a how question, you will get all these details. If you see, it is going to give you step by step everything. It is not going to give you websites. So this is one thing that is there. So this is what Google search extension is doing. Like suppose like you want to search about a company, like you want to search about decoding data science. If you put .com, the website is going to open. But if you search about our company decoding data science, you just enter. So ChatGPT is going to open up. It is going to open the website it is going to open the different sources of website that are there. So they have found these many sources of websites that are talking about decoding data science directly. It gives you summary of the company. It gives you the key offering of the company. All of you know that AI residency is our key offering of our. And how did it come to know? I have not put it on my website. It has taken it from LinkedIn, that this is our key offering. Most of the information is coming from LinkedIn, because as you all know that in LinkedIn is, for us, LinkedIn is the main source, even more than our website. LinkedIn is the main source of our business, of our community, of our academy, because I'm very active. We have around 58,617 followers, and this is a very big authority. Google gives very much authority to LinkedIn. And that's what the people ask me why LinkedIn is important. We do a lot of LinkedIn challenges. One more biggest reason for LinkedIn challenge and all, to make your LinkedIn good, if you want to focus on one social media, focus on LinkedIn, because Google gives LinkedIn the highest authority. Like, because all of you know that LinkedIn is a professional for platform, and Google gives importance to authority. If you have a good authority on LinkedIn, it means that you have a good authority on Google. It means that you have a good authority on all the AI search engines, like even ChatGPT, which is picking up all the information from LinkedIn for our company. Like you can see, then we have YouTube. Right. Website, very less. See, website, only one thing that is coming up. The website, the problem is there are thousands of, not thousands, there is more than 10 billion websites. You can see the number, 10 billion websites. So websites is, everyone is making multiple websites. So websites are not getting so much importance compared to social media platforms where you have an authority. So this is something that, that's the reason why I tell people that be active on LinkedIn. Create an authority, whatever you're doing, even if you have a job, if you're having a profile, because if anyone is searching about you, they can use this particular thing, and that is what even this particular thing is showing. How to guess this is, as I told you, you can just go here, get this extension, and you can download this extension. I've already downloaded it, and by default, you will have this. But I don't recommend this always to be on, because most of you are comfortable in Google, so you need to have a transition. If you want to switch it on, switch it off, you need to go back to extension, click manage extension, then you will have this thing, then you can toggle this here. If you toggle this back, and now again, if I go back and search for a particular thing like decoding data science, it is going to go back proper search result. So this is what this search extension is doing. No, there is no, I don't think there is an extension for Edge. You can try it out, but I don't think, because this is in Google search. If you see, this is a get chat GPT search extension. This is in Google. You can also, I think it should be there. It should be there in Edge also. Chat GPT search extension, Chat GPT search extension in Edge. No, this particular thing feature that I have told you, it is yes, it is there. I think it should, but no, this is not. This is ChatGPT browser. It's not search. I don't think. Maybe by default you can try it and let me know in the chat. Yeah, Sayed is confirming. So you can do this in the Edge also. I don't want to log in the Edge. I'll get logged out from here, but it should be there. Uh, by the way, in Windows there is a ChatGPT. Good that you talked about Windows. In Windows there is a ChatGPT app also that you can download. If you are using Windows, you can go to your app store, and you can if you can see, you can also have this application here, which can use voice very well. You can also do this here on this ChatGPT version, but this gives you a better experience, because this is an app that is there. And regarding Edge, you can just confirm if you can see this. So Sayed has confirmed, so you can try that as well. But I don't use Edge so much, so I am not sure I explore it or not. But Sayed is telling it is there. Yeah. Cool. Thanks a lot, Sayed, for this. So, final recommendation about extension. Right now, you have to have a transition. Most of us are using toolbar for Google search, but the shift is happening. If you are using ChatGPT, you want to use it regularly, you can keep it on, or else you can always have this toggle if you want to use it or you don't want to use it. But it is very subjective, and I don't 100% recommend this. It depends upon your usage and your needs. So we will take it step by step. But I just wanted to tell you about this feature that is there. Now we have one more feature called as a custom GPT. Custom GPT is also you can have access to free ones. I will share you one custom GPT that I have created for all of you to. LinkedIn. So all of us, when we see a LinkedIn post, I will just request all of you to try to access this from your side, and just give a like or a 5 star for this GPT. So this is a very simple GPT. I have just done some custom instruction, and I have any comment that I have on LinkedIn. Like suppose I see a comment on LinkedIn, like this guy, right? This has very less text. Like this guy has put something here, right? And I want to reply to this. uh, I don't want to reply hello, hi. I just put here, help me write a comment on this post. Then I put the post. Then I get a particular very basic this thing, and with the tag. So this is good for my tag also. And then I take it up. Then I go here and I put comment. So this is a way of doing it, right? This is an easy way of doing it. So according to reading this comment, I am giving a subjective comment to this particular thing. And this is generally whenever I get time, whenever I read, I try to do this particular activity. So this is one thing that all of you can access. Now, there are a lot of custom GPTs already there. This is one of mine that I have created, but you can also use different custom GPTs. I don't want to take session on custom GPTs today, but there if you can access this for your work. Example, like for the same thing that I did for LinkedIn thing that I wanted to do, I can call it here as well. If I do at the rate of, I will get this LinkedIn comment generator. And then from this window only, I don't need to go to my window. I can take another post like this. Suppose that this is a post. I take this, and then I just put this post here. Nothing else. I just called that custom GPT, and then I got this. This is easier to use. So I don't need to go and click there and open it. So I get this, and then I will paste it here. So this is how I comment, huh? So this is, I'm giving you guys the secret of my commenting. So, and I have tested it out. It just takes this context and it just gives your perspective about this. Okay. So this one is amazing. So you need to use share option. I think you cannot access this custom GPT. No, it is already shared. Uh, Can you confirm everyone? So Syed is telling he cannot access. Yeah, but this one is there, but I'm not sure mine. Why is it not coming? I have to check it. My GPTs. Okay, let me open my GPTs. Oh, okay. I think. Okay, thank you for telling this. Okay, cannot be published. Okay, because the problem is, yes, this is something that you cannot use the name when I'm making it public. I cannot use the name LinkedIn because it is a copyright name. So that is the reason why I have to change the name. I have to write something like linked social media, something like that. I cannot put LinkedIn is a very specific, it's a trademark name. So I have to be very, very, uh, so let me do like this, linked and then LinkedIn, LinkedIn. So let me just update this. Your changes GPT, because it violates our usage, may contain content that requires previous authorization, such as brand name, trademark. Maybe yes, that's the reason why. So I have to see how it happens. I have to remove LinkedIn then. If I remove LinkedIn, it should work. Even social media is not a trademark, right? I don't know. Social media is a general name. By the way, in our community, we have done a lot of sessions on custom GPTs. You can go and look at the recording, how to create these type of custom GPTs and share it, because I just wanted to make sure that. By the way, this thing has happened recently. This this custom GPT was accessed, but they have changed the policy that you cannot use any names like any social media names like LinkedIn, because it is violating the terms of agreements. So now let us see. Yeah, now it worked. So can you guys confirm? That is not Ahmad, that is not mine. The one that you shared. Syed, can you please confirm this? If you can see this, let me open it in a different. So whenever you want to comment on any post, you can use it. So in this LinkedIn challenge, I think I'm going to introduce little bit of these type of things. I'm going to introduce comment generator and all this as well. So for all of you can use. Yeah. So it comes up like this. So you need to sign up to chat and then you can start working with it. Cool. Now this is done. Now I think I will take a pause because there are, yeah, I think that is it. Task and projects I will take in another session because I cannot cover everything in today's session. Uh, and now if you have any questions, I can wait for 2 to 3 minutes and take questions. And then I think I need to have follow-up sessions because there are something more that is there to be covered. But I hope small sessions are good, but at least you have a takeaway. You have a takeaway about custom instructions about this thing. We'll have one more session about different GPTs, custom GPTs that are